I used to think that being single was a nightmare. I thought that getting a girlfriend would solve all my problems, and I thought that finding a relationship would just magically cure all of the other outerlying issues that I had. It was like if I was feeling lonely, oh, I should get a girlfriend. Feeling sad, I should get a girlfriend. Want to feel more confident, girlfriend. I saw so many other people having so much fun with their significant others, but oftentimes you don't see the negatives that happen in a relationship or see the struggles or problems that most couples or individuals face on the inside. I mean, it took me like four different relationships to finally understand that getting a girl isn't going to make me feel more confident or less lonely. I learned that these are problems I need to solve on my own, and then I solved these issues within myself and finally started to have relationships work out for me. It sucks to hear, but relationships are going to create some of the best, but also some of the worst moments of your life. And once you come to terms with this reality, I think you're really going to start thinking about them in a much healthier way. Before I speak on relationships, I want you to first think about some bad emotions that we sometimes feel. I want you to try and reframe them a bit in your mind. It's so easy to feel lazy or to feel sad or lonely nowadays, and it's just as easy to dwell on the negatives of any situation. But once you start to spend some time alone working on your own mentality, these emotions start to fade away as problems, and they actually start to almost rebrand themselves as opportunities. So what do I mean by opportunities? It's like, let's say today you woke up feeling lazy, and as the afternoon rolls around, you have still accomplished nothing. And instead of reflecting on your laziness and thinking thoughts like, damn, I haven't done anything today, I feel like a loser, reframe this thought as an opportunity to better yourself. Like, say like, damn, I haven't done anything today, but let's get to the gym right now. Or let's say that you're afraid of heights and all of your friends are about to get on a roller coaster without you. Instead of framing the situation like, well, I can't get on the roller coaster, I'm afraid of heights, I don't want to get on the ride. Frame it like, this is a great opportunity for me to challenge myself and to attempt to conquer my fear. There have been so many times in my life where I lost out on opportunities because I was too focused on what was negative about the situation instead of what the situation like actually offered me. Every normal person has fear, every normal person has off days, but it's how you deal with these fears situations that differentiates the people who conquer life versus the people who let life conquer them. Take like Spider-Man for an example. Like, people think he's brave because he jumps into terrifying situations just to help others. But bro, like, dude, he has superpowers. Like, of course he's brave. He's damn near invincible. That's not bravery. Bravery is being afraid of an outcome with the odds stacked against you and still deciding to face your fear and to charge forward. So back onto relationships. Relationships are something that I always wanted, but it's also something that I avoided for a long time because during my first relationship, I got cheated on, and that was a feeling that I never wanted to experience again. I dated this girl for 8 months, I think it was, and then one day she went to the beach for a week, and that was when she told me that she cheated on me, and we broke up. Then for years after this, I think it took like 3 or 4 until I would actually get into another relationship again. It was because of this fear that I probably missed out on some relationships or even just friendships that I could have benefited from long term. 4 or 5 relationships later, I've never been cheated on again, but even if it did happen to me again one day, it would never affect me as it once did in the past. And I'm not telling you that you aren't allowed to be sad or upset when something devastating like this happens to you, but what I am saying is, don't let something that you can't control ruin or run your life. Understand that sure, it sucks, and take it as a motivational opportunity to better yourself and to just grow as an individual. This relationship clearly wasn't meant to be. I mean, obviously, so why just sulk around and blame the world when you could just take it as an opportunity to grow and to become even stronger than before? I used to avoid relationships because I didn't want to go through another bad breakup again, and although that they can be awful experiences, they are simply just not something to be afraid of. Not all breakups are these huge life-changing events. I mean, obviously it depends on your situation, but still, like, I had another relationship in college where we both mutually agreed to split up because she was going to a different school and we didn't want to do the whole long distance thing. Sure, maybe in private she had different feelings than what she maybe like verbally said to me, but in the moment there were no tears, there was no bad blood. We just went from dating to back to friends, and that was it. It really wasn't any deeper than that. Another time I dated a girl for a few months and I broke up with her because she was legitimately just physically abusive. Like, and I guess I'll just tell you the story now, but keep in mind she was clinically diagnosed bipolar, and I'm not bipolar, so it's not really a condition that I can speak on very well, but one time she legit just hit me in the back of the head. I don't mean like slap, I mean like closed fist, because she wanted her eggs sunny side up in the morning, and I broke the yolk of the last egg. So, I mean, that was an eye-opening moment for me, probably for her too, but one, I understood that this chick is crazy, but two, like, I'm not gonna stay in a relationship where I'm literally getting abused. I really hold no grudge against her, and I have no idea what being bipolar can do to the brain or what it feels like, but I still don't think there's ever an excuse to hit your significant other. And I mean, there's never a good excuse to hit anybody, but especially not over cooking breakfast incorrectly. I mean, that's just wild. So obviously I had to end things right then and there. These experiences are what taught me that there's nothing to be afraid of in relationships, because I had already experienced all of the negative emotions that were normally associated with them. At first, finding a girlfriend was my main goal, and then it turned to avoiding relationships because I was scared of them. Then I realized that breakups don't always have to be this awful experience. So I've been through a lot of pretty unfortunate events in my life, and most of the time these heartbreaking or scary events are the ones that we remember the most, but also had legit, I don't know, thousands of more positive experiences than negative ones. Sometimes we let heartbreak define us, or we let our fears control us, but once we have our brain under control and have our own thoughts in line, there's absolutely no one standing in our path to success or to just more mental well-being. And listen, I'm not a therapist, okay? I'm not a trained physician, and I absolutely understand that sometimes I can be wrong, or that maybe not all of my advice is good advice. But my goal here with this channel is to just share my own experiences and my own thoughts in an effort to hopefully help somebody else through a tougher time. Whenever I go through a tough time nowadays, I see it as an opportunity for me to grow. Whenever I'm scared, I see it as an opportunity to overcome and to test my bravery. And when I feel lazy, I see it as a chance to change, and I see it as a gift to just better myself. I'm sure many of you guys are probably single right now. Many of you are going through tough breakups, and others are hopefully in the happiest relationship of your life. It doesn't matter if you cried today or if you're having the best day of your life. What does matter is using how you're feeling right now to either continue your life in this positive direction, or to fuel its change and to go a better direction. It doesn't matter how good your day was today if tomorrow you aren't going to try and continue that hot streak. And it doesn't matter how upset you were today if tomorrow you're just going to continue to cry. Whether you're having the best or worst day of your life today, you still have an opportunity to grow, and you still have an opportunity to learn from your mistakes or to better yourself as a person. And as long as you keep taking those small steps forward, tomorrow and the next day will just become better and better. Alright, so thanks again as always for listening to my yap sesh. I love making these videos so much, and if there's something that you could see yourself watching more frequently, consider dropping a like and subbing to the channel to keep up with me. I appreciate each of you guys more than you'll ever understand, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care, guys.